Anansi and the Python, a Caribbean folktale. Anansi stepped off the cruise ship and took off his party hat. "Where's the party?" he shouted. Then he listened for the sound of calypso and reggae music. What he heard was silence. He sniffed the air, expecting to smell aromas of tropical foods in the air, but no foods were cooking. "Where's the party?" shouted Anansi. "Where are the bright colors? Where are the happy people? I brought my party hat and I want to eat, sing, and dance." Usually, the people loved to see Anansi. He had been to this island many times before, and always had a good time, but now the island was quiet. The people were dressed in dark clothing, no singing or music could be heard, no smells of food were in the air. Anansi was known throughout the islands. He was sometimes called Anansi the Spider, when he appeared as a spider, and sometimes was just called Anansi when he appeared as a man. He was known for his quick wit and his fun stories. Right now, the people were pressing their fingers to their lips and telling him to shh. Spider or man, they wanted him quiet. "What's wrong with everyone?" asked Anansi. "I came to party and you all keep telling me to shh." It's the snake," one islander finally whispered. "In the middle of the jungle lives a giant snake, a python. It's larger than any snake we have ever seen. It ate our cows, pigs, and most of the jungle animals. The python also eats any people who come close to his home. If we cook our foods, play our music, or play calypso or reggae music, or wear bright colors, the snake finds us. There will be no parties on this island until the snake is gone."
"Where's the snake?" shouted Anansi. "I will kill the snake." "Oh no," whispered another. "We already called upon the sky god to save us from the snake. He told us to use our wits, but that if anyone tried to kill Python, he would send a hurricane to our island. But he said he would give a present to anyone who could stop the Python's murderous ways." Anansi knew that a present from the sky god would be outrageously fantastic, so he told the villagers to bring him fresh fruit, bread, eggs, and a long rope. Then he told them to cut down a tree and carry it down by the river. Anansi stood outside the python's hole and shouted loudly, "You were wrong about the snake. He is nice. He won't hurt me, especially when he sees the presents I've brought him." Then Anansi moved to the other side of the hole and pretended to be a villager. "But the snake is evil. He eats our cows and our people and scares us to death." Anansi quickly walked to the other side of the hole again and said, "I won't let you talk about the snake that way. Take that!" And he hit the stick on the ground and yelled in pain. "Take that, you liar!" All this noise made the snake come out of his hole. He saw Anansi and said, "I taught that villager a lesson. He ran off. He will not insult you again." Anansi placed the bread outside of the hole. The snake flicked his tongue to taste it and came out of his hole a little more. Anansi placed the fruit even farther away. The snake came out further to eat it. Then Anansi placed the eggs furthest away from the hole, so the snake had to come out all the way to eat them. "I am honored to meet you face to face," said Anansi. "Most creatures do not live long after they are so honored," hissed the snake. "But you seem different from the others and more intelligent." "Oh yes," said Anansi. "The people of this island are not very bright. They say that you are not the longest snake in the world." "What?" said the snake. "Not long?" "Can you see this long?" asked Anansi. "If you lie down beside it, I can measure you and prove that you are indeed the longest snake in the world." Well, the snake didn't like people saying he was smaller than someone else, so he slid over next to the log and let Anansi begin by tying the snake's tail to the log. "Say," said the python, "your knots that are really tight." "I can loosen them if you wish," said Anansi, "if you don't want to stretch to your longest and prove you are truly the longest snake in the world." "Oh, no," said the python. "Make them tighter yet." Anansi finished tying the snake to the log and asked, "Can you move or stretch any further?" "I cannot move at all," said the snake. "That's what I've been waiting for," shouted Anansi. "It's party time." He put on his party hat and began to dance around. "You may be the largest snake in the world, but your brain is small. I've tied you up and you can't eat anything else on this island." Then, since he knew the sky god didn't want the python killed, he pushed the log that held the snake right into the Caribbean Sea, where he floated to South America. For his good deed, the sky god gave Anansi a present. He gave him a small box with enough wisdom and cleverness to last a lifetime. The cleverness made Anansi famous throughout the world. The people put on their party hats and brightly colored clothing and cooked their finest meals. They sang and played calypso and reggae music and told wonderful stories. If you go to the Caribbean today, you may still hear some of the wonderful stories of Anansi and the python. And the python, he still lives in the rainforest of South America, and some people today are still trying to find him so they can say they have measured the longest snake in the world. The end.